Today I will survive 100 days in Minecraft Bedrock's Actions and Stuff mod. A mod that adds new animations to the game. And now it's time to begin. First let's just start with punching down a tree. I'm already seeing the changes in the fist animation. My hand is actually moving around a lot better now. I mean, look at this fist animation is pretty cool. Also, when I fall on the ground, you can actually see visible dust. Every time I fall on the ground, you can kind of see the dust on the floor move around. Anyways, let's just go ahead and make a crafting table. And now I could just grab some of this cobblestone. This pickaxe animation is pretty cool. You can kind of see my hand moving back and forth. Yeah, I definitely love this animation. Alright, and now let's just craft some of our stone tools. Oh, I actually see a birch forest. I guess I should just go around and try to kill some animals. And let me also grab some extra wood as well. I also just realized how cool the axe animation actually is. I mean, look at this axe animation. I like how my hand is just moving sideways with the axe. Okay, so we do have a couple of biomes near us. We have a swamp over here and a birch forest over there. And honestly, I don't really like the birch forest, but I'm just gonna travel in that direction for now. Okay, looks like I found a cave. Yeah, I definitely found a cave, and a big one too, as you can see. There are some mobs, of course. Stupid zombie. Wait a second, I just realized the animation with the sword. Look at the sword animation, I'm actually swinging it around. Let's actually see what this looks like in third person. Wow, the sword animation is so cool. It actually looks like I'm trying to attack something. It's pretty cool. I actually look like a professional swordsman now. I actually need to go ahead and smelt some of my food, so let's just do that now. Oh shoot, this zombie just jumped me out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this was hardcore, so if I die to that zombie, then this would be it. This whole world will come to an end. Yeah, I definitely have to be a lot more careful. Okay, 2 more zombies and a creeper is trying to attack me. This is not good. I have to be so careful right now. Oh, this creeper. Yeah, there's actually so many mobs in this cave. I mean, it's just unbelievable how many mobs there are. I have to be so careful. Okay, now the skeleton is trying to attack me. You dumb skeleton. Leave me alone. Because we could definitely die at any moment. Okay, so right now I'm on 2 hearts, which is very bad. Jesus Christ, these mobs. There's just been so many. I have to be super careful. Like very, very careful. Okay, it's actually turning morning time outside now. So let's just make sure to grab a little more food before going down to the cave. Okay, and now I should have enough stuff to craft a bed. And let's go ahead and craft a new stone sword as well. And now it's time for us to go back down into that cave. And let me just make sure to grab some extra coal as well. Let's just make sure to mine as many iron ores as we can, and then we can just hurry up and get out of this cave. Because it's just way too dangerous with all of these mobs around. And now it's time for me to smelt some of my iron. Okay, so I just crafted my iron armor and I'm actually noticing some differences. So as you can see, the iron armor looks a lot better than it normally does. And honestly, everything is just looking so cool. And honestly, these animations are looking a lot more satisfying with the armor on. I mean, just look at these movements. They're so satisfying to see. These animations just look so awesome. So this cave actually goes down to deep slate, which means I could find some diamonds. And I see some diamonds down here inside the water cave, so I'm gonna go ahead and mine them. Okay, it was only 1 diamond, but that's fine. So yeah, we could definitely get some diamonds from this cave. But right now, I'm not actually gonna worry about that. Alright, now we're back on the surface. Safe and sound. Okay, now it's time to find a building location. Also, I just realized the difference in the swimming animation. It looks so cool now. The swimming animation is actually so nice. Anyways, it's time to find a building location. Actually, let me go ahead and craft a boat, because this boat will make traveling in the water a lot faster. Also, seems like there's a boat animation as well. Yeah, there actually is a boat animation. Well, look at that. Pretty cool. I'm definitely having fun with this mod so far. Anyways, let's continue searching for a nice place to build in. Alright, a new biome. I know I mentioned this already, but the running animations are just so good. I mean, look at this, I'm kind of jumping in the air right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna build something right over here. So let me go ahead and start placing some of my stuff down, of course. As always. Alright, and now it's time to grab all of the materials I need to start building. And honestly, I might use some birch wood as well. And of course, I'm gonna use some cobblestone. Okay, so now with all of these materials, we can start building. First, of course, we have to start with an outline to get the basic structure of the house down packed. Then we can start making the wall. And when we're done doing that, we could start building the roof to the house. And finish all of the other decorations as well. Alright, and now the house is officially done. And I kind of like it. It's a basic but nice house. And as you can see, I added some flowers around the house to give it more detail. And as you can also see, I've already moved all of my stuff inside. And now I'm just going to take some of my iron and start smelting it because I want to make a water bucket. We are going to need a wheat farm for food after all. And we also need to build a cow pen as well, because we are going to want cows to collect more leather for an enchantment table soon. And now we could craft a bucket. And some oak fences and a gate. And let me just terraform this area a little bit. And now I can start working on the cow pen. And the wheat farm. And now as you can see, I have my cow barn where I have all my cows at. And finally I finished my wheat farm, so now we could get a good food source like bread. So far, everything's looking good. So far, we only have one house in this place, but I want to have many houses over here. I basically want to have like an entire village here. I want to build a lot more things. But before we start building more houses, I need to get some diamond tools and armor. And the best way to get diamonds is to find a cave, so we have to start searching for that. And now I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of my wood and the rest of my iron to craft a new pickaxe and a new sword. And grab some water. Okay, and now we're basically prepared to go down into the cave. Alright, I actually got 3 diamonds from the cave that we found before. 3 diamonds isn't much, but it's good enough to craft a diamond pickaxe. The reason why I wanted to craft a diamond pickaxe is actually because I found this ruined portal right here. And it's right next to my base, so that's good. I'm not really going to take any of the loot from the chest though, because it's pretty bad. But I will take this obsidian. Speaking about obsidian, there's some extra obsidian right here, so I'm just going to mine it. And right now, I'm just going to try to complete the ruined portal. But first, let's just get rid of this crying obsidian. Okay, so we didn't actually have enough obsidian to complete the portal, which is pretty sad. But we could definitely come back to fix this ruined portal later on. But for now, let's just go ahead and find a cave. Because like I said, I want to build a lot more houses in this area. So with that said, let's start traveling to find a cave. And hopefully it doesn't take too long to find a cave, although it kind of depends. Anyways, let's start traveling to find one. Okay, so as you can see, right now I'm in a cave and I just found a mob spawner. So let's actually go ahead and check this out. Okay, some bones, a music disc, and an iron. Anyways, let's just continue to explore this cave for more diamonds. Okay, unfortunately, this cave is actually too small. And I couldn't actually find any diamonds from it. So we're gonna have to find another cave that's 10 times bigger than this one. So with that said, it's time to find another cave. Okay, so I've actually been traveling for quite a while. And as you can see, I found a village. As you could tell from my inventory, this village had a lot of food to offer. I was able to get some carrots, potatoes, and hay bales. And now with that said, it's time for me to leave this village. Now we just have to continue searching for a cave. And I hope to find a cave by day 35. But who knows, this might take forever. I've already found a cave before, but it was too small to have any diamonds. We have to find the cave and we have to make sure that it goes down to deep slate. Because if the cave doesn't go deep enough, we can't get any diamonds. But let's just hope that we find a cave soon. Okay, so I actually found this tree. And this is actually a special kind of tree. I believe that if we mine down here, we should find like a rust cave. All we have to do is just mine and follow this dirt path. If we mine under this tree, then it should lead us down to a rust cave. So let's just start mining right over here. And hopefully we find a rust cave without dying. This stupid witch just poisoned me. So I definitely have to be a lot more careful. Unfortunately, the rust cave also ended up being too small. So once again, I was forced to try and find another cave. Okay, so far I have found a cave, but I haven't found any diamonds yet, so I guess I just have to keep exploring. Okay, so I actually just found this mob spawner and it has like such good loot. I mean, we actually get a god apple, that's pretty nice. It's always good to have a god apple. Anyways, let's just keep exploring this cave to see if we could get diamonds. Let's just hope that we find something. Because if we don't find any diamonds, then I'm just gonna have to look for another cave again. Okay, finally I found a diamond. This is actually our first diamond ores of the day. Okay, it's a pretty decent sized vein, that's good. So let's just continue searching for more diamonds. It may have took me a while, but I finally have all of the diamonds that I ever need. And now all we have to do is just go back home to craft everything. And thankfully I made sure to save the coordinates to my base. So now all we have to do is go back to those same exact coords to find our base. Alright, home sweet home. It feels good to be back. I have so much food from finding villagers now. Now all I have to do is store this extra stuff in my chest. And let's go ahead and grab the wheat seeds that we just found from the village and use them to expand this farm. And actually take off our iron armor. Put it back in the chest. Because now I'm gonna craft diamond armor instead. And diamond tools, of course. Man, it feels so good to have this diamond armor on. And now I am looking better than ever. Anyways, now that we have diamond armor, I think it's time to actually start making an enchantment table. I do still have 2 diamonds left, which is good. Because now I could take some of this obsidian and the diamonds and craft a book to make an enchantment table. And I think I'm gonna actually place it somewhere outside. Let's place the enchantment table right over here. And now let's just grab some of this iron. Start mining some gravel, of course, to get flint. There we go. And now we could just craft the flint and steel. And now we could just use the extra pieces of obsidian to finish the portal. And of course light it up to go to the nether. And I actually want to get some netherite armor too, so we're gonna have to go to the nether to do that. So first, let's just go ahead and smelt some of my gold. Also, let's just grab the extra sugarcane that I just found on my journey. And now let's just start placing random blocks of dirt right here. And now we can start making a little sugarcane farm. Let's just remove this birch tree that's getting in the way. And now this should be a decent sized sugarcane farm so far. Okay, and now this should be a decent sized sugarcane farm. Anyways, let's just go ahead and grab some of this gold. And craft a gold helmet. And now it is time to go to the nether. Hopefully we get a good spawn, because I really need a nice spawn in the nether. Okay, it looks like we spawned it in the Crimson Forest. There is quartz though, so let me go ahead and mine these. And before I even go anywhere, let me just make sure to save the cords. Because I want to be able to come back to the ruined portal. Because if I get lost in here, then I could be trapped forever. With that said, it's time to start traveling in the nether. And hopefully we find a bastion. Okay, so I haven't actually found the bastion yet, but I have found a nether fortress. This is actually going to be pretty good for us to beat the game soon. But right now I'm not actually trying to beat the game, I just want to get netherite armor. So I'm going to go ahead and save the coordinates to this fortress. And then we're going to come back to this nether fortress when we're ready to beat the game. And now we could just continue looking for a bastion. Okay, so as you can see, I have found a bastion. But unfortunately, it didn't have anything for me. It didn't have the netherite template I need. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to look for another bastion. Because this one doesn't have the stuff I need to actually get netherite. And honestly, at this point, I think I'm just going to go home. I do want to get netherite armor at some point, but for now, just because I want to start building soon, I'm going to go back home. Because I don't want to waste too much time trying to look for a bastion. Alright, and now, we are back. Okay, definitely feels good to be back in the overworld. Let's also make sure to put our diamond helmet back on. Okay, well now it's time to start building. And of course, I have to first gather all of the materials that I'm gonna need. And I'm definitely gonna be using a lot of spruce wood for these houses, so let's just go ahead and grab this. Okay, now we could just wait for the big spruce tree to grow. Or we could just use the bones. Turn it into bone meal. And I was about to use the bone meal on the spruce saplings, but the tree has already grown. Well, we could definitely use this bone meal just in case we need it. For now, I'm just gonna put it back in my chest. I'm also gonna be using a lot of oak wood for my build, so let's just go ahead and correct that. Okay, so obviously it took a while to get all of the materials. But now I think we're ready to build another house. I think I'm just gonna build another house right over here, in this area. So now it's time to start building. For the outline of the house, I could just use spruce wood. And for the walls of the house, I could just use oak wood. And good. Now we could just build the second floor of the house the exact same way. Spruce wood as the outline, and oak planks for the walls. And now I could just add all of the other decorations to the house. And as you can see, I'm just working on the top of the house and then we'll be finished. Alright, and now everything is done. And I have to say that this house is looking pretty good. I'm definitely happy with the way that house turned out. With that said, it's time to start building even more. Like I said before, I want to have a whole kingdom here. So I think it's once again time to start collecting more materials. That way I could just build even more houses. Okay, so up until this point, I've been spending a lot of time gathering materials. Right now, I've been spending a lot of time gathering materials. So I think it's time to start building some more houses in this area. Because I definitely want to turn this area into a mini kingdom. So I think it's time that we start building. So I will start dedicating a few hours to building. And as you can see, I have quite the kingdom right here. Everything is looking great. We have a lot more houses in the area now. I mean, just look at all of this. This was the mini village that I always wanted to build. And now I got to build it. Of course, we haven't actually done any of the interiors to the houses yet. And that's because I don't actually know what to put in any of my houses yet. I'm not sure what's gonna go inside these things. Maybe some chest for storage. Who knows? Alright, and I finally got the level 30 enchantment set up. And of course, as you can see, I had to build a house just for the enchantment table to be in. Yeah, overall, I'm just loving everything. And I think I also did a good job building the houses too. I might have overused the same window design, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, overall, I might have been a little too repetitive when it comes to a window design. But I still think everything looks good. And I love this small little tower that we added in the middle of our village. It fits in perfectly with everything. And honestly, at this point, I have no idea what to do. The village is basically done. Actually, there's still a little more things I could do. First, I need to start creating a pathway that connects all of my houses throughout the village. And now we have a pathway that connects to every house in the village. And now I think it's time to build some extra farms. While I was traveling to find a cave, I did get a bunch of extra stuff. I was able to find villages that gave me carrots and potatoes from farms. And now I'm just going to use these crops to make more farms for ourselves. Alright, and now the farm is complete. And I just love the animation that they added when trying to place seeds into the farm. Anyways, now that the farm is done, I don't know what else to do. I do want to do a lot more things, but it doesn't make sense to do them right now. I still do want to get netherite armor, but I'm not going to do it now, just for the sake of time. I guess I could just enjoy staring at the village I made. We only have 5 more days left until we hit day 100. So until then, I guess I should just chill and relax. Maybe I'll start working on the interior to some of these houses while we wait. Anyways, I'll see you guys when it turns day 100. And right now it's turning nighttime. And tomorrow it will be day 100. And here we are, it's day 100 and we finally made it. Let's go, I actually survived 100 days in accidents and stuff. I'm kind of proud of myself, to be honest. With that said, this is where the video ends. And honestly, this video took me a really long time to make, so I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. With that said, see you later in the next video.